Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen,
Oh,
everyone
look,
else.
an Imperial in
First
the
of all, I'd like
Imperial
to welcome you
prison.
to the channel.
I guess they don't
This is
play
the first video for
favorites,
this
Father.
channel. It's kind of
Your own
exciting.
kinsmen think you're a
This is
piece
all
of
new for me and my
human
wife.
trash.
Never done the YouTube
How
thing, never
sad.
recorded
I
gameplay
bet the
other than some
guards
clips
give
here
you
and there.
special treatment
So,
before
ironing out
bed.
all the
Oh,
details.
that's right. You're
Don't know how
going to
often uploads are
die
going to
here,
happen. Don't
Imperial.
have any kind of set
You're going
schedule,
to die.
and the content is going to be a lot of whatever
Imperial
feels right
criminal
at the time.
scum like you
For
give
me,
the
this is just for
Emperor a
fun.
bad name.
It's not my job or my
Your
livelihood.
enemies.
However, I
Everything
am
just
still happy to be here trying
disappears.
something new on a game that
Hey,
is
you
very
hear
near
that?
and dear to my
The
heart.
guards are coming.
The Elder
For
Scrolls
you.
Oblivion.
Yeah.
For some context,
Boy,
I actually
lock
went to the
that door
midnight
behind
launch of
you.
this game when it came out back in
Yes,
2006. So I have a
my
lot of
sons.
fond memories as a
They're
teenager,
dead, aren't they?
with this being one of
We
the
don't
first
know yet,
titles that
sire.
came out for
The
the
messenger only
360,
said they
kind of
were
alongside
attached.
Gears of War.
No,
So it's
they're
special for
dead.
me. I know it's special for
I
a lot
know
of
it.
other people that this is
What's
coming
this
out.
prisoner doing here?
Grew up with the
This thing is
game.
supposed to be off
Sometime,
limits.
for some, it's
Usually wakes up
their
at the
hundredth
watch.
run through. Others,
Never
it's their
mind.
first
Get
time
that gate
playing. So
open.
it's kind of exciting to
Stand
see
back,
everybody get
prisoner.
excited about
We
this
won't
game.
hesitate to
I
kill
know
you if
it's
you get in
been
our way.
Skyrim, released on every
No
system,
sign of
every
pursuit, sir. Stay
platform,
put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not
multiple
out of this
times over,
yet.
uh, which
You.
is
I've seen
funny,
you.
fine. We've had our memes,
Let me see
but
your
it is
face.
nice to see
You are the
Oblivion
one
come back
from my
out
dreams.
with
Then the stars
a
were
new
right.
remaster.
This is the
This was a
day.
title that
Gods
I
give me
sunk a
strength.
lot of time in.
Assassins
Um,
attacked my
while
sons,
it wasn't my
and I
first
am
Elder
next.
Scrolls
My
title,
blades are leading me
that
out
was
of the city
Morrowind,
along a
which
secret
was,
escape route. By
I want to say,
chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through
3 to 4
your cell.
years before this, like 2002, 2003.
Perhaps the
Um,
gods have placed you here so that
that
we may
was
meet.
a really fun
As for
game,
what you
just
have
not one
done,
that
it
I
does not
put
matter.
near the amount of
That
time that I did in
is not
Oblivion.
what you will be remembered
Of
for.
course, thinking about
I am
360
your
games, it
emperor,
all came out around
Uriel
that
Septim. By the
2006 to
grace of the gods,
2008
I
time
serve
frame. You had
Tamriel as her ruler.
um,
You are a citizen of Tamriel, and
Oblivion,
you too
Gears of
shall serve
War,
her in your own way.
Bioshock, Call of Duty 4, Halo 3.
You will find your
Those
own
really kind
path.
of set the stage
Take
for
care.
gaming
There
online
will
back
be
then.
blood and death
Uh,
before the
the internet
end.
was a
Please, sire, we
very
must
different
keep
place
moving.
for gaming and playing online with your friends, and everybody was on Xbox Live and
Better not
getting
close this
together
one.
and
There's
playing.
no
That
way
was a
to
lot of
open it
fun.
from the other side.
This doesn't
So
concern
here
me,
we are with an
prisoner,
all
so
new
I guess you're a
remaster.
lucky
I gotta
day.
say right off the
Just
bat, I
stay
think
out of
they
our
did a
way.
really phenomenal job with the overhaul on this. If you played the original Oblivion back in the day, it definitely feels similar. Of course, you're gonna get that with any Bethesda title from the Fallout series or the Elder Scrolls series.
Don't
They
try
all kind of
anything.
do the same
I'm
thing.
watching
There's
you.
a few tweaks here and there, but they all relatively feel about the same. That's their tried and true formula. And it works. Each one of their games feels pretty good. Of course, there are some clunky things with
Stand aside,
Who's up
combat and
next?
stuff
prisoner.
like that,
Protect
but
the Emperor.
in a game this big, you can kind of overlook some of the stuff. You'll make fun of it, but
Captain's
you
down.
can overlook at it
Let's
as a
get
whole.
this over.
Uh,
Oh.
and when there hasn't been really anything that's come out lately, especially in new releases, it's not been a whole lot to be excited for, at least from my perspective. Nothing that's really come out and struck me. Uh, this has been a really nice change of pace. But that's not to say that there aren't some new games on the horizon that should be pretty good.
Are you all right, sire?
I'm hopeful for the new Doom,
Stiff, can't you?
the Dark Ages, which at the time of
He's
recording, I
dead.
think we're looking at about 3 weeks out.
Sorry, sir.
Um, trying to think what else. Borderlands 4, uh, cautiously
Could
optimistic
they be
about
waiting
it.
for us here?
We got our
Don't know,
first
but it's too late to
gameplay
go back now.
trailer. Was
Don't
that
worry,
a
sire.
couple of months
We
ago,
will
month
get
and a
you
half
everything.
maybe?
They won't be the first to
Looked pretty
underestimate
good.
the below.
We'll see, especially after
I'll take
three.
point. Let's move.
I did introduce my
You
wife
stay here,
to
prisoner.
the first
Don't
game a
try to
few months
follow us.
back. We went through a playthrough on it. She seemed to like it, so think we might do the others, 2 and 3. Don't know if we'll do the pre-sequel. I'll see how she feels about it. maybe some decent content to have her experience going through those games. That's a lot of what we've been doing recently. These are games that she never played, and I played growing up, and wanted to share that with her. So that's been a blast. Gears was a fun franchise to go through. She absolutely enjoyed the trilogy and that story, and then we got through four, which if you've played four, you probably have similar frustrations. If you, especially if you really enjoy the first three, and then we started on five, haven't made it through. It's been more of a slog. A lot of complaints about that game. The original trilogy, of course, absolutely fantastic. So hopefully with E-Day, they can kind of get back to their roots on the game, have it more uh, character driven, and kind of get more of that horror element, real tension, real story. Um, but like I said, with four and five, it's just not not what they were. Um, some of the extra modes, horde multiplayer, those felt better than some of the original stuff. Uh, but even then, it just not as good as the original three. Um, we won't talk about Judgment, but that's another that's another woof. I'm not sure what else is on the horizon game wise. The rest of the year, I know there's a lot of stuff in my back catalog that I'd like to get through. Just finding the time to do it. I am excited to see what the Switch 2 is going to bring later this year, but definitely not at its current price point. Always been a fan of Nintendo. Grew up on the Super Nintendo and the 64. Uh, Played pretty much everything in between. A lot of the handheld stuff. Wasn't really big into the Wii or the Wii U. That was more of PlayStation and Xbox era. But then when the Switch came out, I didn't think I would like it. I didn't think it was going to be for me. But man, was I wrong about that system. Very, very fun system. A lot of fantastic games. But when it comes to Switch 2 right now, I think it's a big swing and a miss, especially on the price point for both the console and the games. I think they're banking on a lot of people being absolute Nintendo fanboys, which, yes, it's going to happen with Nintendo. I think it's going to sell. I think it's going to sell well. I just don't see it right now for your average consumer. And I think that's the way it was with the original Switch when it came out. They were kind of hard to find and hard to get, but I also don't remember them being that outrageously priced. And when we've marked up the games as much as we have, um, I I think it's going to be the next few years is going to be the years of the indie developers. I think we're going to have a lot of smaller studios break through. You're going to see cheaper games come out, especially when your AAA studios are wanting to charge, what is it for an Xbox game now? $70. Uh, Nintendo wants to go up to $80, and so and then if you get a special edition or something like that, I mean, we're looking at $100. We've always been kind of in that range, but it's definitely gone up over the last few years, and I just don't feel that it's worth it right now for a Switch 2. It's just not there for me. Maybe when more games come out, you can always catch games on sale and deals and stuff like that. And by the time they come out with the um, Switch 2 Lite or Switch 2 version 2, with the better screen or um, more battery life, or more hard drive space, whatever. Um, you probably catch the first runs a lot cheaper, or even get second runs cheaper. We'll see how it goes. I just think right now it's probably probably going to be a pass. But we'll see what it does. Which I had to double check, and yeah, it looks like the pre-order was yesterday on it. And let's see, looks like everywhere is pretty well sold out of their initial stock. So first run, yeah, Switch 2 is doing all right. I'm sure those are what 80% of those are going to end up on the secondary market, marked up on eBay and people scalping and doing all that like they did the first time around. Everybody's got that fear of missing out, but it just, I don't know. I still don't think it's worth it right now. And, a year from now, it's not going to be hard to get your hands on one. They'll make plenty. You can go to any store right now and get you a Switch. Of course, it's been out for quite some time, but um, I don't think it's very rare that a system is worth it on launch. Um, it usually takes 6 months for it to really feel like you're getting your money's worth. Now, unless there's a really fantastic game at launch, um, then yeah, go for it. But otherwise, uh, we will we will see. But looks like, according to the pre-order numbers, all the major retailers are sold out on their pre-orders. So that's like GameStop, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, at least here in the U.S. So good for Nintendo, bad for the consumer. That's all right though. For now, I think I just want to work my way through the sewer, get through this tutorial here. Uh, I don't know if I want to do a full captured playthrough of Oblivion or if I just want to do some highlight reels, maybe quest lines, some story beats here and there. I'm not sure if I'm committed to doing a full series, full run, full series playthrough of it. Having played through to a timer, though, it may not take as long as I think, um, or to accomplish everything I want to get done in the game. Definitely would like to get all the achievements, like I did the first go around, and get that 100%. I have not looked to see if they're all the same, but I think for the most part it was um, main storyline, uh, the Thieves Guild, the Mages Guild, the Fighters Guild, the arena, and then I think there was the Dark Brotherhood. Can't forget that. Probably one of the best storylines. I think there was just some other miscellaneous here and there. Maybe bounty, rack up a bounty or pickpocket so many people. Um, I can't remember exactly what they did. I'll have to look at those later. But for now, yeah, just can kind of play through at a leisurely pace. Not really worried about smashing through this game. Haven't played it a few times. Just gonna enjoy it. I do have some things content wise that I'd like to try at some point, see how they work. Just kind of test things out here and there. Play around with some solo content, just me and my thoughts, or try some co-op stuff with the wife. Get her reaction to older games. Could be some quality entertainment. Just makes me super happy that she's willing to sit down and play some of these older franchises with me, things that I grew up with, and of course, playing games that new, old. Uh, just kind of going through it together. It's kind of makes it all worthwhile to have a player two in your corner. But a lot of times, it's too many hobbies, not enough time. Older you get, the more that seems to be the case. I think with that though, I am going to let the gameplay roll in the background. I don't have any other real big topics or things on my mind, but definitely stuff in the future. Just going to test and see how things work with the recording, with settings, probably using some different programs, all the minor detail, see how things turn out, and we'll go from there. probably not going to be happy with the first run, but I think that is with any kind of thing that we create and put out into the wild is you're never going to be happy with it, but at a certain point you just got to let it go and put it out there. If it's for somebody else or for yourself, it doesn't matter. It's do something different. Um, but for those that have watched, stuck around this long, I want to thank you. If you like what you saw, what you heard, there'll be there'll be more videos down the pipeline. But for now, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards? Here they come again! We need to get the Emperor out of here. With the assassin.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand. I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth? Signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall. I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful here. We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it. Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
It can only lead to us. Guardian.
Once. Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Come with us. Your destiny is bound.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers. The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life. Oblivion!
For the Emperor! Long!
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him, and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Stranger, you chose a bad day to deal with the cold.
The blades are the amulet. Where's the amulet? Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every sept. The amulet of kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. He must have given it to Joffrey. He said that? Why? Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced acrobat. Am I right? I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble. You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Waynon Priory immediately. Got it? Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.